Okay, you're going to want to hear this success story. Amazing success with Shayna. And okay, we're just going to hop right into results, but then we're going to reverse and I want her to tell her story. But 12 weeks and 1 day, she is down 25 pounds, y'all. But the best for me as the dietitian in hearing it is the digestion and the amazing transformation she's been making. So, thank you for being here with us today and sharing your story. I think a lot of women are going to really resonate with your story because, girl, when I met you, you were dialed in. You had
Yep.
your protein down, you were counting macros, you're kicking butt in the gym, you're
Yep.
lifting heavy weights. Tell me a little bit about where you were before starting VIP and what the top frustrations were that you were experiencing, Shayna.
Well, I've basically struggled with digestion as far as I can remember. I always use the age 8. I don't know if it was 8, but um, I really wasn't taught, like, my mom cooked for a living, but I really wasn't taught, like, about macros or protein or healthy habits or what's good for your gut. She was an amazing mom, but so I just struggled with it. And I did. I do lift heavy in the gym, and I was committed to the gym. You're absolutely right. 4 to 6 days a week, um, eating 100 grams of protein a day. I did completely eliminate carbs, but I thought I was doing like all the right things. And then I turned 40 last February, and like all summer, I was just like super sick. Um, I still was having bowel movements every day, so I didn't understand.
Yes.
I went to the doctor, had a bunch of labs done for celiac, gluten sensitivity, and I like my doctor, but his solution was to put me on a med to help my colon. That made me nauseous,
Mhm.
even if I ate with food. But that was the solution, right? So that was what I was going with. And I used to work out with Stacy Roble, and she friends with her on Facebook, have her phone number, and she had joined your program a while ago.
Yeah.
And she had kind of the same issues I did, like
Yes.
bloating, digestion.
Yes.
Yes, I had weight to lose, but it was more like I was tired all the time because I think I was literally full of shit, excuse my language, all the time, right?
Yes.
Um, and I had talked to Kim like in the summer, and it is a big investment.
It is.
But at the end of the day, like I use the term, I went to school for math, not for nutrition.
Yes.
Um, I tried to do research. I tried to learn on my own. And so I just got to the point where I was like, I just can't do this anymore. I mean, I was getting sick where I couldn't stand up
Yeah.
with 4 kids at home and a full time job.
Yeah.
And the solution isn't always a med, right? Like,
Mhm.
doctors are great, but that's what they tend to go to, right?
Mhm.
And I was 40, and that is young.
Mhm.
So, anyways, in October, wanted to talk to you again, joined, and I keep saying, like, I did the digestive protocol. So, I drank the celery juice every morning.
Mhm.
Um, and I wish someone would have told me about celery juice like when I was 8.
Yeah.
Because it's not a bad thing, and it's hard to explain unless you do it.
Mhm.
But you do definitely, you don't have bloating.
Yeah.
It helps with all the other, the liver healing foods and the lemon water and the electrolytes and everything you're fueling your body with.
Yes.
But the celery juice kind of helps, like you said, like it gets rid of the toxins. It
Mhm.
works with your liver.
Mhm.
I didn't really realize um, how much like your thyroid and your liver and your gut like all work together.
We're all connected. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was a game changer for me. And then when I spent all the money, this investment with Kim, then I was like, okay, I need a juicer. Then I saw how much the juicers were, and I was just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But I would spend the money all over again.
Yeah.
I had the tools, but I didn't have it. I wasn't eating the right foods. I was eating no carbs. I didn't know what liver healing foods were. Again, watching my macros, like I was doing all the things.
Sure.
So and it is a lifestyle. Like I was also the person that did Optavia for like 2 years, year and a half, maybe 5 years ago, and I did lose a lot of weight. But cardiologists are the ones that did the diet plan. but it's not sustainable. Like, it's like, what do you eat after you get off this diet? You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm actually eating more now
Uh-huh.
than I ever have. Um, so it is very interesting how if you pair the right foods together, um, a lot of women struggle with the same thing. So talking to other people in the weekly calls and hearing what they do, what they've struggled with, um, super beneficial. But prescriptions aren't always the answer. And I am a little curious. I have hypothyroidism as well. I've never been able to get off of it maintained with diet. It's always been, but this diet, I don't like calling it a diet. The food I'm eating, I think, is different than I ever have. So I go to the doctor next month for my labs for my thyroid. And I am curious to see,
Hmm.
I don't know how they judge that, but like that's the only med I'm on. Um,
Yes.
so I'm curious to see if I'm able to not have to take that prescription as well. So
Keep us posted, girl. That's so exciting. And I will tell you, so like as a dietitian, I created this, I designed it, all based on research. But with your case, improving your gut health and continually working on that, because we've only been working together for 12 weeks,
correct.
but your gut is where the conversion of your thyroid hormones happens. So even if it hasn't changed yet, girl, keep going because it will. Okay. So that's the beautiful thing about your story, is it wasn't just about weight. It was
Mm-mm.
digestion
Mm-hmm.
and getting off of medication to go to the bathroom. So you followed the digestion protocol. So
Yep.
we have a system, okay? A digestive system. I created this because I was with you as a very young girl, 8 years old and beyond. I struggled with digestion as well. And so you now at the age of 40 get to experience what it's like to have a healthy, regulated digestive system. How awesome
Correct.
does that feel?
Oh my gosh, I don't. I mean, when I spoke with you in October, and you're like, "What do you want to lose?" I mean, I didn't know because you literally eat in the beginning. I was like, "This is so much food, Stacy. I can't eat this much." And
Yes.
she's like, "Progress over perfection." She's like, "Just try to get it in."
Yes.
And then like now I'm fine with it. You get acclimated and you get used to it, and your body like loves the fuel, right?
Yes.
But it's hard in the beginning because it is a lot of food.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
seems like a lot of food. Now, again, you get acclimated
Mm-hmm.
really, really easy. But
Do you feel so much more energy?
oh my gosh, that was within a week. And, um, you had suggested, don't get on the GLP-1, which I think most people, you turn in your food journal and you try to get used to that first. And I
Yes.
needed to kind of cleanse, period.
Yes.
So I did do that. And the celery juice, I think, took a good 3 days to kind of maybe have my body adjust to it, and everybody's different. And
Yep.
it's not weird. It doesn't make you run to the bathroom. Some people, it's I don't even know how to explain it. But I will probably, my husband actually juices it all, and he takes it now too every morning.
Yes.
I'll probably drink it for the rest of my life, or not daily, but I mean I still am daily because I like it. Like, it just
Well, you
makes me
feel
feel
good.
good.
You feel
Yeah.
good. There's
Yep.
nothing better than feeling good. So hear this. Shayna came in. She's been chronically constipated since the age of 8, right? Not your fault. Okay. It's just people don't talk about this. She started instead of start like we didn't start with the weight loss system, we started with the digestive system first. But her body responded almost instantly, right?
Yep.
Within the first week, you were going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Then we
3 days.
3 days. 3 days, people. 3 days. Okay, we're talking about 33 years of chronic constipation. And within 3 days, we're going to the bathroom naturally. Okay.
Yep.
Then we start the VIP weight loss system, right? You're eating food, you're fueling your metabolism. We did a low dose GLP-1, and you've lost 25 pounds.
Yeah, and I would say, because I had heard that you could have stomach issues with the shot.
Yep.
I never did experience it.
Nope.
I was a little nervous, and
Yep.
like you said, I had a month left of my prescription. You said, finish that out
Yep.
until your body acclimates, and I did. But I didn't have any issues with the shot,
You've
which I
had
was a little
no.
bit nervous about.
Yep, and hear that. So GLP-1s are here to stay. Okay, GLP-1s are awesome if you use them correctly. However, there's a lot of people using high doses without the nutrition part. Okay, so for someone like yourself, if you were to take a GLP-1, not having cleansed your gut, not going to the bathroom, it's very likely that you would have had digestive side effects,
Yep.
miserable digestive side
Mm.
effects. But instead, now you don't,
Nope.
and you're 25 pounds down. How do you think this program is different than any other program you've done? You've done, like you said, you did Optavia. You were working out. You were watching your macros. Like, what was the biggest shift for you? What are the things that you wish you could tell the younger you or the women that are living? Because let's be real, a lot of women live with the same things you're living with.
Oh yeah.
What do you wish you could tell them?
I think as a society, like in my mind, I was like, you can't have carbs. You know what I mean? And I literally wasn't eating like any.
No, you weren't.
And I do like 35, 40 minute heavy hit classes like multiple times a day. And your team and yourself, like it's not about just that's the it is a huge investment. Like it took me 3 months to do this, right? Because I have 4 kids. But it's not just like they're like eat this. Like you guys will write your meal plan for you, but there's videos on the Practice Better portal about what your gut does, about what your thyroid does, about how your liver works with it. And you do need carbs because carbs are energy, and you pair it with a protein to give you that lasting feeling. And so it was like I was working hard in the gym, but if you're not eating right ish, it doesn't matter. Like you get to a point where your body isn't going to change and you're not going to have muscle definition and feel good because of your insides. So, I mean, I am not continuing with VIP because of the amazing team that you have and the tools that you've given me.
Yes.
But I would hands down recommend it. I did it. I needed to lose weight, but I did it for basically to be healthy, like to have my gut health. And you do have an amazing team of amazing females. I didn't get to meet them all, but I mean, even like last night, Stacy was texting me, is there anything else you need from me to help you be successful when you leave? And it's like, they care. Like, I was in Mexico halfway through the program and I was a little bit nervous, right? And I got there and I thought, this is going to be easy because it's a buffet. Like, there's always going to be meat, they have veggies. And I was texting her, not through the the portal. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. What do I eat here? And like, she was always there. Did she have to say that to me last night? No,
No.
she didn't. So they just really care. They want you to feel good and be healthy. And you don't always have that, right? And a prescription is the answer sometimes. You need it, but it's not always the solution.
Amen, girl.
Yep.
And that's the real world stuff. You're a real mom working full time with 4 kids. You want to feel better. You want to have energy. You want you want to heal. You want digestion, and you lost weight, and you did it all. But I love hearing that. That's something that we really, really, really take seriously within VIP. Is we want to see you. We want to support you. We want to help you, guide you, heal you. And just like you said, you're done. You're done with VIP because you
Hmm.
have the tools.
Yep.
We gave you the tools. We gave you the solution. We helped you. We guided you. So we supported you. And now you feel so confident
Yep.
to go and keep going because it's not like Octavia. What do you do when you're done? You know what to do, don't you?
I do. Yep.
Are you going to keep doing it?
I am. Yep.
And
I
would you recommend this program to someone? I know it's an investment, but if someone, would you go back and spend the money again, knowing what you
Yes.
know?
Yes, because unless you're like a doctor or a dietitian, like I said, I was doing all the right things. I really was. My husband was actually baffled, and my friends at the gym are like, "You're like the best eater and most disciplined person I know." But I didn't know how my organs work together. I didn't know what to eat to help my organs feel better, to like absorb the nutrients I was actually giving it.
Yes.
Um, and so if 40 isn't that old. Like I'm like, you had told me, like you understood, and I'm like, this isn't the right time in July.
Yep.
um and you always say, I wish I would have done it sooner, which I did, but at that point I couldn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's your health. Like, do you want to feel, when I, in 5 years down the road, I mean, maybe it would get to the point where I'm like, I can't do these workouts anymore because I'm like dead. I have no energy after a 9 hour workday. And
Yes.
you don't want that, because exercising
Yeah.
gives you longevity in your life, like all these things do. So
Yeah.
it is an investment. It's a lot of money, but it's your life and it's your health. And I want to travel, and I'm busy with 4 kids, and I love my job. And
Yeah.
yeah, I would do it all over again.
Absolutely. This is a thing. It's only been 12 weeks.
Yep,
In 90 days, you paid for guidance,
yep,
acceleration, results, and healing. And some people would work 3 years to do that.
yep,
You're done. You did it. And now you have the tools to keep going, because that's also how this is built. It's built for real women,
yep,
working moms, busy moms, and it heals your body. So, girl, thank you so much for sharing your story today. It's one to hear. For the woman that's struggling with digestion, there's a solution. For the
yep,
woman that is killing it, like you said, you're like one of the healthiest people we know. How are you struggling? Still are. There's doctors in my program. There's dietitians in my program. There's women like you that have discipline. You just need some fine tuning.
yep,
This is for you. So, girl, people are going to be asking you questions. They're going to see your story. They're going to hear your story. And we'd be honored to help any other woman that we can, because in VIP, when one woman rises, we all rise.
absolutely.
And that's what Stacy did. She found her solution. She found and she showed you. And now you get to show other women. And that's what we do here at VIP. We are an empowerment company. We're not a peptide company. We're a healing
Hmm.
company. And you came here, you healed, you have the solution. And girl, your story is so good. So I just got to tell you, thank you for trusting VIP. Thank you for coming back to us. And thank you for letting us walk alongside of you, because your win is our win. And that's what we're here to do, is to show more women you can do this, because you're
Yep.
only 40. You're going to feel better in your 40s than you did in your 30s,
Right.
right? It's
Right.
possible. So,
Yep.
girl, thank you so much for sharing your story, and keep going, girl. And if you ever need anything, the door's always open.
I will. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome.